Why would you do that?
Yeah. Hey guys, what's up? So today, I am going to be talking about a shoot that I had the other day. As you can see, I have a different mic. A review on this mic coming really soon. Probably going to be the next video I make after I test out this mic a little further. But I am going to be talking to you about the photo shoot I did the other day. Let me get into it. It was 2 days ago on Wednesday. I did a little behind the scenes for the shoot. I got a few different locations that I didn't think I would be able to get to those locations, but I got to those locations. Plus, it was a cold day, and it's always interesting to see a photo shoot during a cold day since it's, it's hard, at first when you go out and you can't even imagine doing a shoot, but we did. And as you can see here on the screen now, I'm going to review some of these and, give you a little bit of background on how I did these shoot and what I think how these photos look or should have looked, any improvements that I need to do. All right, let's start with this one. All right, so for these, I'm going to kind of like critique myself. For these, I kind of feel bad that the legs are cut off. Not the legs, the feet are cut off. So these are not good. I guess you could use them as the upper half, but no, not that good. So yeah, as I go through these, I might delete a few. You can kind of see that on the screen right now. This one, yeah, she's looking aside, kind of blinking. Same thing with this one. This one does not look natural because her eyes are doing something weird. All right, we're gonna keep going. Nope. Okay. So this video is kind of showing you how I kind of go over the photos, my photo shoot, showing you my raw photos and, the unedited versions. All of the photographers, even if they're super good or not, they end up taking a lot more photos than, what they end up posting. So all these photos, all these photos are going to be, I have to take these photos in order to get the good ones, So these ones aren't good. I guess these sort of I didn't really like at first because you can kind of see that the sun is really hitting her right in the face and it doesn't really look that good. So we're going to move on. Okay, I turned the mic down a little bit. I don't know how good it sounded at first, but yeah, I turned it down a little bit since it's right up in my face. I'm gonna pause the recording, and that was just a split second for you. I just wanted to test out how the mic sounded. It sounds great. Let's go to. All right, let's go on. Review these. These also look good. Because this wasn't in direct sunlight. That's kind of what I mean. This was, I don't know if we can tell the time here, but this was during, no, that's not right. But this was during like 1 o'clock-ish, so the sun was up there, and it was a sunny day, not really too many clouds. So yeah, you could see here, like in the shade, as you can see the back, some of the spots are blown out, like the sky right here. I wonder if I can bring that back. I mean, we don't really need to bring it back, but let's see here. Yeah, as you can see how much of the sky is blown out. You can kind of start seeing some clouds here. start seeing some darker areas. You can't really tell. I don't know if you can tell on your screen, but yeah, I can definitely see change when I bring down the highlights. But let's move on. These are good. So yeah, as you can see here, it was hard shooting during this time of the day because there's not a lot of tall buildings around the area that I was shooting. So it's kind of, we have to shoot in like areas like this. You can kind of see that on the behind the scenes video that I'm playing with this on the GoPro that I had someone record. But yeah, these are great. Exposure is good. We're not really losing any like details. Just the background is a little too blown out, but it was a sunny day. There wasn't much I could do about that. Also, I am going to pull up the settings as well. As you can see here, different settings. ISO pretty much for this shoot stayed at 100. Some occasions where I go, up and down, but yeah, it kind of stayed at 100. So you kind of see I'm using a 70 to 200 lens on this. So mostly just shooting at 70 millimeters. Sometimes I zoom in, but yeah, most of them are at 70 millimeters. I just feel like that range is good enough. I never shoot at 200 millimeters because it just looks like the person's huge. The background's just too, compressed. Doesn't look that good. Yeah, so these photos are also good. Yeah, also I saw this. So as you can see here, we got an outfit change. I saw this barn looking thing right next to the place where we were shooting. So I was like, I gotta try this out. But it wasn't that good. It wasn't as much as I would want it to be. There was cars like right here in the back, so I couldn't really do much with that. So as you can see, some of these photos blinking. I delete that. Same thing with this one. Yeah, as you can see. So with these, you can kind of see in the background, you can kind of see in the video that I'm showing you right now that we were at this location and we were I was thinking of going in some way, but it was closed. There was no one in there, but all of a sudden somebody just appeared out of nowhere. I think they were in construction and there were some measurements or something. But then we got to go in. We actually got to go into the building, which was cool and gave me like a little bit of a different perspective on. I just always wanted to shoot at like a warehouse looking location like this. You kind of see how much dark the background is. I would usually not bring the brightness up that high. I would leave it at how dark it is because it looks good. It doesn't look bad. You don't need all that detail in the back. You can kind of see, if I bring this up, you can see everything in the back, but you don't need to see that. So there was a couple right here that I really liked. There was one that I edited. I don't know if it's in here or not. Okay, yeah. But it was hard to angle her in a way where I could show off the background because it wasn't there wasn't that much light, and plus I didn't have that much time to set up a flash or anything. So I wanted to use the location, make it so that it's I didn't have that much time, so that's kind of my excuse. Also, I don't want to I didn't want to stay there too long because of the situation that was going on. All right, we're gonna review these. We're gonna move on to the other outfit. Let's see. I think we got a few more. Yeah, so this location. This location was good because I kind of like the color, and plus this house that was here had a really nice color. It had like sort of a unique look to it, like kind of out of a horror movie type of location. But yeah, it looked good. It had like darker color like this, so it kind of matched up. So I kind of wanted to use that. Yeah, these are in direct sunlight. As you can see how dark the background is. The light is really harsh. So I might use one of these, but I highly doubt it since it's just too much. Let me show you the settings that I was using here. ISO 100. I was using f 5.0, and then the shutter speed was 1/1600. And as you can see from those settings, it is really, really bright. You can tell by the settings that I'm using, it's really, really bright. So yeah, just to compare this to these, I was using 2.8 f2.8 and 1 to the 500th of a second. And as you can see here, there's a huge difference between these and these. So it was a bright day. That's what I'm trying to get at. In these situations, it's always good to have another person, to have them hold a reflector, or a balance, or even a diffuser, just to get, if you don't have any other location to shoot, if you really want to shoot at this location. But we had the ability to move around. So as you can see, there's so there's the different look that we went for. The third outfit change, as you can see here, it was completely blown out, so I noticed it. So I made her switch. I made her go to the other side. So I made her go to the other side, but same thing here. It's a little less blown out. You can kind of see the clouds here if I bring the highlights down. I'm not going to push it that much. Probably bring it down to like 60 or something. But yeah, you just bring this down, it kind of looks good. You can kind of see what I'm going for here. I'm not going to switch around the settings right now. Once I get into the editing, that's when I'll do it. But yeah, as you can see here, it's really bright. It's a bright day out. So that's kind of it. We had a few more that I wanted to. Yeah, so these were close-ups. So you can kind of see in the camera here. You can kind of see on the GoPro here. I was doing these close-ups. I was really up, shooting at 70 millimeters and kind of close to the model, but not too close where the focusing on the lens is, I think, 1.5 meter. So that is the minimum. It can't get any closer to that. That's the maximum. So it can't get any closer to that. You can see here. So these were really cool because I really like these lights. You can kind of see here in the background. I sort of really like these lights. They have a different effect. If I do this to the camera and make it focus on my hand, you kind of see that similar effect to the lights. Yeah, see that? See that? And let's go keep going. Kind of see here these lights. So they were going on and off because of the shutter speed that I was using. You kind of see they were continuous lights. You kind of see that on the GoPro. They were continuous lights, and they were going on and off because of the shutter speed that I'm using. It kind of works the same way that these lights are going on and off. You could kind of see them, but they are continuous lights. They just look like that because of the shutter speed that I'm using on the camera to record this. But yeah, these close-ups, I really liked these because of the exposure that I had at, like, ISO 100, and we were able to get like this perfect exposure with all this detail. You might not be able to see the detail on this picture yet because of the hard drive not being plugged in. So yeah, so you can't really tell how much detail is in this photo because the hard drive is not plugged in. But yeah, these photos, you kind of see that you can already see how sharp these photos look because of the settings that I'm using, and it's just clear, Alright, and keep going. These are just the last few that we had. A little more close-ups. Yep. Direct sun again. The direct sun ones don't really look that good. And that's pretty much it. I didn't do behind the scenes for this other shoot that I had, but I can go over that in a future video. But yeah, other than that, that's it. That's the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It was a little long, but it kind of shows you the process of how I go over these photos. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.